With a variety of sizes and a consistently high level of quality throughout the lineup, Mazda's been named the best SUV brand by U.S. News and World Report. We invite you to experience the Mazda difference at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda on Airline, a member of the Team Automotive Group.
That would be concerning and maybe set a precedent moving forward.
If you had plans to be outside, you might hit a couple of these little passing showers.
A drug bust and a few arrests made. Look at what they hauled in here.
Good morning. It's 7:03 on a bouncy Tuesday.
I'm bouncy.
Yeah.
Earlier this morning, Liz set up the limit of number of yawns.
Ooh, I think I've broken that too.
I did. I busted right through that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about it.
Look, we're still adjusting to daylight saving time, right? It was still dark. The sun's kind of coming up.
Yeah.
In fact, I think Steve's got a good look at the sun coming up.
There's a sunrise
here
over
we
there.
are.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah,
It's a 7:03 sunrise, something like 7:17,
Gotcha.
I think.
Okay.
So we still got a few minutes. But yeah, pretty start on this Tuesday. We've got mainly clear skies, skyline view. We just saw a boat going through a shot. You might be able to make out the wake there off on the left side. So that view brought to you by Our Lady of the Lake. Couple of ducks coming into view as well. 46 in New Roads. It is a little bit cool outside. Baton Rouge 48. Most of us in the 40s, although Patterson and Homa right at 50 degrees. Going to be a pretty steady warm up though through the morning. Quickly getting us up to about 70 at lunchtime. We'll go with highs in the mid to upper 70s, partly cloudy, and we keep it dry today. Good news for this big matchup out at Tiger Park. 11 a.m. first pitch. You got number 2 versus number 3, depending on the poll you look at. But big game, no doubt about it, and weather looks great. Upper 60s climbing into the low to mid 70s. And if you're headed out to Tiger Park, enjoy it. Let's make some noise out there, make it a fun atmosphere. Dry today, but that changes through the remainder of the week. Rain chances 30 to 40% Wednesday and Thursday, at least 60% Friday. Let's say at least 50% Saturday. I've got 60% Sunday. So right now, posting some first alerts for 2 reasons. Number 1, give you a heads up to potential some locally heavy rain Friday and Saturday. And number 2, even maybe more important for many of you, is the potential impact to the wearing of the Green Parade and all the festivities through the day on Saturday. It's a low confidence forecast beyond Friday, so stay with us as we kind of track it. So here's what I've got right now for the wearing of the Green Parade. A 30 to a 40% rain chance through the morning, through the heart of the parade. Relatively warm with temperatures climbing through the 70s. Rain chances might even climb a bit higher into the afternoon for the after party on Saturday. Now, as we give you a look at rain amounts over the next week, the next 7 days, the Weather Prediction Center still kind of showing 2 to 4 inches near north of the interstates, a little bit less than that south of I-10. So it does look like another good soaking is on the way. A lot of that going to be tied into the storm energy gathering along the west coast. That's going to be moving eastward. That will send a cold front our way late this week. And the issue is the cold front probably gets in our neighborhood somewhere close by Friday. And then where does it end up from there and interacts with some upper air disturbances? Bottom line is, again, giving you these first alerts Friday and Saturday, not so much for a major severe weather event, but potential impacts to outdoor plans. So good rain chances here through the weekend. I do expect the rains to diminish Monday as a front finally makes its way through, and also turning noticeably cooler early next week behind that front. 7:06. Let's get a check on your Tuesday morning drive now with John.
Do you know how much the green leprechaun costume stains your skin when it gets wet? I do. All right, let's go out to our interstate traffic watch cameras, and we are looking pretty good. We have a one-stall vehicle right here on Sherwood Forest Boulevard. This is going to be Sherwood between Airline and Coursey, right near Wentling. Be aware of that. No backups with that. We are seeing backups on I-12 starting before Jubin Crossing. Here's Jubin Crossing all the way past Range and into East Baton Rouge Parish past O'Neill and Millerville. But we have a Millerville Road camera right here looking toward the 1012. And from the 1012 all the way to downtown, light to moderate traffic. As you can see right past this shot, here's College Drive, and then right past College, see a little brake tapping as you get closer to Acadian. Bumper to bumper coming in from Port Allen on the I-10 bridge. We're also seeing very slow traffic on LA1 at the Intracoastal getting up onto the bridge coming into Baton Rouge. So we'll keep a close eye on that for you this morning as we make our way in and around. 7 minutes after the hour, you are watching WAFB 9 News Now on the Plus. And we will be right back in 60 seconds with some headlines you might have missed during 9 News this morning. Yeah, good morning.
Welcome back to it, everybody. Getting going on some of the headlines. There's a lot going on right now, including, Liz, an investigation out of Central right now. There was a shooting yesterday, kind of near a pretty popular shopping spot, a Walmart there.
Yeah, it happened near the Walmart there, not inside, just to be clear here. But authorities working on that investigation. One person were injured, told by first responders, happening right there, kind of near Wax Road and Sullivan, right there at that cross street. So we're told that victim was taken to a hospital, but Matt, we still don't know who pulled the trigger and possibly why.
And so that's the investigation going forward here. If you can help them out, obviously the phone call you know very well. It's going to be Crime Stoppers at 344-STOP. We'll keep you updated there. The update on a shooting investigation from BRPD, right? Now this one turned deadly. This is Tigerland area, right around, what, 1 o'clock Monday afternoon?
Yeah, just afternoon on Monday. We're told that a woman was shot there and she was taken to a hospital and that's where she eventually died from her injuries. Now this, not much detail here either. That's why police are asking for you to call in. Again, think of that time frame between noon and 1 o'clock on Monday. This is happening in daylight. You can see the crime scene here, a lot of detectives kind of at that complex. If you happen to see anything, maybe a person description, a vehicle description, any little detail will help authorities here as they kind of process this crime scene. We've also reached out to the coroner's office to find out the identity of that woman. As soon as we find out, we're going to let you know.
Mention the name Chris Lawton, right? And immediately, folks, I mean, look, if you've lived here for any time in the last few years, you know exactly who we're talking about. Firefighter, reserve officer in Zachary, was killed actually in the line of duty. He was playing part of his role as a reserve officer. He was like serving a search warrant, right? Or serving a warrant when he was killed on the line of duty. Big event to remember him today.
Keeping his name and his memory alive. You're getting a look from previous year's video. Carrying that thin blue line flag, you can see a number of law enforcement officers who've come out to this event in previous years. So tonight, they're having an annual Light the Night for Chris Lawton. They're asking you to show up at Breck's Zachary Park there at 5:30 tonight. They're asking you to put on lights to remember him, anyone who may have known him, or if you just want to support. They're asking you to show up tonight, come out for a walk. You can bring your dog too.
It's a good day.
It's a good little 5K.
It's going to be, it really is. I mean, Steve set it up. It's going to be a good day to get out there and celebrate a life. Celebrate a life. Okay, speaking of getting out there, lawmakers getting back to the state capitol today. It is day 2, but really the first full day of the special session, and so now is when we begin the debates.
That's it. Everything kicking off yesterday. The gavel coming down at noon. The governor kind of opening those remarks at 1 o'clock. Chris Rosato, our Capitol correspondent, opening it all up for us, and he's going to be following this session closely. A number of different things that he's going to be following, but as Matt mentioned today, really the first hearty debates that we're going to see among state legislators.
A lot to get to. Okay, that's state legislators. What about our national lawmakers? For example, Senator Bill Cassidy. He's having conversations, or he's trying to right now, with other lawmakers up in D.C. Very much like to potentially, possibly reform FEMA's risk rating 2.0. It speaks a lot. Of course, look, we know what exactly that is down here. All of the flood issues. He'd like to see some changes.
That's it. He's asking other congressional lawmakers in different states to assess the needs that they have, right? We're talking places where we saw major national disasters, Texas, California, Wyoming, all of these places. He's asking those lawmakers to say, look and assess the land in your area, and let's see what kind of changes we can come up together, because our people cannot afford that. In fact, actually pointing to a study from FEMA saying that 20%, 20% of people cannot afford that insurance.
That they would drop.
Yes.
That they assume that the 20% in the program would drop out, and those numbers are playing out because it's just to your point, skyrocketed.
It's unaffordable. So what will come of that? We're going to keep our eyes on those conversations happening in D.C. as well. You
know what? Make sure that your voice. You know, in order to make sure your voice is heard in places like that, you have one job. Well, there's many jobs, but it starts with your ability to get out there and vote. And we have early voting going on in Louisiana right now.
Remember, you've still got a couple days up until Saturday to cast that early ballot. Polls are going to open at 8:30 in the morning. Remember, you have until 6 p.m. every evening up until Saturday to cast that early ballot. But if you're voting absentee, keep in mind, you still have a little bit of time to request that ballot.
You do. It's still until the 19th, and after that, you're going to have March 23rd as the election day here in Louisiana when we talk about our primaries. LSU softball, we were just talking about, on the field with the Texas Longhorns today, and what looks, you don't get these matchups, right, until like the postseason. Even if you do have one like early season, early, teams really haven't figured themselves out. These two teams know who they are. They are among the best in the country, and we get to see that this morning at Tiger Park.
11 a.m. Need you to come out to Tiger Park. Be loud, be proud. Find that doctor's note to get you out for a good cause.
Right here.
Yeah, we sure do, Dr.
Give him
Steve. Get us that weather note because the day is going to be perfect to get on out there. To Matt's point, it's going to be a great game. In March, we get to see these two elite teams come up together. Man, is it going to be a good day out there.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great. You know what's something else that Dr. Steve hooked us up with today? The shot of the NASA crew cabin streaking across the sky. This is its splashdown in the Gulf. This was so much fun this morning,
video
guys.
actually coming in from NASA, but this video that you're seeing, this is actually from our Sky9 camera that they actually caught early this morning. What was this, about 4? Yeah. You can see that entering the airspace there. Look at that.
And hat tip to Bobby May on the controls there. And then this is our Sky9 camera. We have multiple views. I think this is the one from Port Allen looking across. I've been sharing those on social media, and some of our viewers send it in their videos too. So it's a really cool shot. That's False River right there, that view.
Geeking out with some of the stuff.
I know, it's exclusive to our viewers that you get to see this.
4 astronauts.
Way to keep an eye on that.
You go to space?
That was yes, and I'm there now.
He served that up and he just
sure did. Sure did.
Don't.
Too easy.
If you're looking for the perfect companion for family fun and adventure, or wanting to find adventure beyond the ordinary, experience all that the Toyota Tundra has to offer. Save on your new Tundra right now at Team Toyota, I-12 and O'Neill.